Good morning. I don't know many of you, but my name is Michele, and I'm a part of our communications team. And I'm here to bring midweek prayer for y'all. If you've been watching our refuel lessons on Wednesday nights, we've been talking about prayer in different forms. And last week, Casey was talking about prayers of intercession and supplication. But we actually took a really interesting kind of detour into talking about physically engaging in our prayer lives and the importance of that. And that's one thing that I strongly believe in and is really important to my personal prayer life, that I wanted to share it with all of you and just continue the goodness of that lesson. I'm someone who very much connects my physical wellness with my spiritual wellness. If I'm not feeling physically well, chances are I won't be feeling too spiritually well either, and vice versa. If I'm not feeling very spiritually well or spiritually engaged, I'm not feeling very physically well either. That's probably true for some of you too. And so finding ways to physically engage in my prayer life has been instrumental in me keeping an active daily prayer life. Last week, some people talked about how for them that is, they manifest that by being able to be in the sanctuary on Sunday mornings for in-person worship. Others said that they get that by attending Still Waters, the Wednesday midday prayer gathering, that physically being in the sanctuary is important for them and makes a difference. For me, I've found a huge difference when I engage by journaling, writing down my prayers to God, or following another lesson of Casey's, using my prayer rope. Casey shared this lesson a couple of years ago, and I had the pleasure of hearing her share it and benefiting from it. She handed each of us a simple piece of twine and told us each to tie 25 knots on it. Once we had done that, she walked us through a really simple breath prayer that sometimes just when you don't have the words to say, or what can even feel like the time to come up with a beautiful, eloquent prayer, this really simple Jesus prayer is something that can center you for the rest of your day. And it's as simple as putting your fingers around one of the knots, inhaling and saying, Jesus Christ, Son of God, and exhaling, have mercy on me, a sinner. And you repeat that prayer down each of the knots until you get to the very end. Whoop. And then once you get to the end, you can stop there or you can turn it back around and pray the prayer again until you get to the end of the rope again. You do that as many times as you need to, so that in a relatively short amount of time, you've prayed this prayer of mercy over yourself 25, 50, 75, 100 times. Other uses for this prayer rope could be praying the prayer concerns list over each of these knots. You know, even though we don't always know the people on that prayer concerns list, we don't know why they're on there or what specific prayer they're asking for, still speaking their name and interceding on their behalf and speaking their name to God is incredibly powerful. So what I want to challenge each of you this week is to find some way to physically engage with your prayer life, whether it is surrounding yourself in a holy space, whether that's in your home, or coming to in-person worship or Still Waters. If it's going on a prayer walk around your street, around your neighborhood, with your family. If it's journaling, writing it down, and being able to reflect on it a week later, a month later, a year later, and seeing how God answered those prayers. Or getting your own piece of rope and tying your own knots and using these to guide you and ground you. Whatever it is, I hope you find some way that benefits you as you physically engage in your prayer life.